Roman Reigns craps on AEW and CM Punk, saying AEW is not that good, they're not even a challenge, they're just the new kids on the block, whoop-de-doo. Then on top of it, he wants to put CM Punk down because CM Punk lost in the UFC. Okay, at least he had the balls to step inside that cage. Roman Reigns, are you brave enough to step in that cage? No, because Pimp Daddy Vince won't let you. On top of it, you say he's lost his step. Let's look at that, because every single match he's had since he's been back in AEW has been better than yours. On top of it, you call yourself the head of the table. What table? The ping pong table? Because you ain't the head of the WWE table or the wrestling table. You're the secondary champ, the SmackDown champ. You're not even the longest reigning Universal champ. On longest reigns, you rank 8th. You haven't even broke CM Punk's record of 434 days. Which still, you are at 8th place. You got to break CM Punk's record. Then on top of it, you haven't even broke Brock Lesnar's record of 504 days as Universal Champion. Then on top of it, you want to say you're the greatest. Nah, because your title reign ain't even that long. You're just now in the middle of top reigns in all of wrestling. You still got a ways to go. If you are truly the champ, you would have both titles on lockdown and be the true king of WWE. But you don't. You have the secondary Universal title. You don't have the title. That belongs to Big E. Then on top of it, you will never have a reign like the greatest champions of all time, the longest reigning champions. Right now, you're at 8th. You still have to break CM Punk's record, 434 days. Brock Lesnar's record of 504 days. Then you got a long way to go before you even get to the top 5 longest reigning and greatest champions. You're not the head of the table. Your matches are the same 6 or 7 moves every single match. And that standing chokehold that looks like crap, ask any MMA UFC guy. That chokehold looks like shit. You need to go back to the drawing board and learn how to do it correctly. It looks like crap. That Superman punch, your brother did it better. On top of it, in order for you to get to the top 5 longest reigning champions, you will then have to go, once you get past Brock Lesnar's 504, you will have to go to Pedro Morales, who was 1,027 days. You won't do that. The next one, at number 4, is Bruno Sammartino at 1,237. Hulk Hogan at 1,474. Bob Backlund, 2,135 days. And then the longest reigning champion in WWE history, Bruno Sammartino, with 2,803 days. On top of it, you got to think, Pedro, Bruno, and Bob Backlund defended their titles all over the world in other organizations. Have you done that? No, because Pimp Daddy Vince is not going to let you. Have you gone to New Japan and defended the WWE title against their top stars? No, because you can't get permission. Have you gone to the NWA and gone against their champions? No, because you can't get permission. You're not the man. The man is Vince. Pimp Daddy Vince. On top of it, you would have to go to New Japan, beat their champions. NWA, beat their champions. Go to AEW, beat their champions. You're not even the greatest champion in North America. Yeah, you're good on the mic, only because you have Paul Heyman. On top of it, your cousins, the Usos, are better wrestlers, show way more passion and heart than you ever did. And then you're never gonna hit the top 5 longest reigning champions. You're not. You might squeak by Brock Lesnar's reign of 504 days, but that's it. You'll never hit the top 5, which are all over 1,000 days to almost 3,000 days. You'll never do that because Pimp Daddy Vince will never let it happen. On top of it, let's see you step into a UFC cage. I guarantee you don't have the balls to do it. Now let's look back at people who have done it. Dan Severn, who held a title in UFC and NWA at the same time. Something you can't do. Then, let's go to Matt Riddle, who has a winning record in the UFC. Brock Lesnar, who's been a champion all over the world and in the UFC. Something you ain't did. Something you can't do because Pimp Daddy Vince won't let you off the leash. Oh, let's think of it. Ken Shamrock, who was a champion in cage fighting and wrestling. But you can't do it. You're not the head of the table. Maybe the head of the ping pong table. But until you get both titles and put all of WWE on lockdown, then defend it outside of the WWE like a real champion, and do it by yourself like a real man. And until you step into the UFC cage, you don't need to be talking about somebody's UFC career, because at least they had the balls and the motherfucking heart to do it. Right now, you're just the 8th champion. 8th longest running champion. And you're the secondary champion. Until you put all of WWE on lock and start adding more moves to your arsenal than the same 6 or 7 moves you do, and make your moves look a lot better, because that crappy chokehold and a Superman punch, man, maybe you need to go train with John Bones Jones and learn how to do that punch the right way, because your brother did it better too. That chokehold looks like crap. You got so much to do before you become the man. Right now, Pimp Daddy Vince ain't gonna let you off your leash to do any of it. So therefore, don't put down AEW and CM Punk, because at least CM Punk, every match he had, it gets better and better and better. Your matches seem like they stay on the same level. The same, because you do the same 6 or 7 moves. Your cousins help you. You don't do shit on your own. You got better on the mic. Okay, I'll give you that. But until you lock down WWE and then follow and then go fight in Japan against their champions defending your WWE title. Let's see you do it. Oh, Pimp Daddy Vince won't let you. He'll put the smack on you. You hold your cousins back because they're better than you. So, on top of it, you got CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, Kenny Omega, hell, Darby Allin are all having better matches than you. Then you want to talk about, you just now got good on the mic. Somebody like MJF is 100 times better than you on the mic. Your cousins are better than you on the mic. You just now got to a top level. Because when you was a face, nobody gave a crap. because Pimp Daddy Vince won't let you get to that level. So until you break every single longest reigning champ and take both titles and put all of WWE on lockdown and go to other organizations and defend your title against them, oh, and get some nuts and step into a UFC cage. But you can't, because Pimp Daddy Vince is not going to let you. So sit down and calm down. You ain't the big dog. You're never going to be the big dog. You want to be the greatest champion of all time? Break Bruno Sammartino's record of 2,803 days. Then let's see you go win a UFC title. Then let's see you go win New Japan, NWA, AEW. You can't, because Pimp Daddy Vince won't let you off your leash. So don't be putting others down when you ain't brave enough to do what they did.